Well, welcome to Caching in the Northwest, the official podcast of GeoWoodstock 18 in the great Pacific Northwest. Each week, we're going to talk about caches and cachers from here and all around the globe. So while you're ignoring the kids asking, are we there yet? We'll be caching in the Northwest. And we can't do that until we bring in our sunburned Simeon. Some say he bases his health on weekly geocache finds, and others say he has a life-size Signal the Frog tattoo on his back. All we know is he's called Land Monkey.
Once again, all true facts. And I was really, really healthy this past couple of weekends. So it's good. And I found all the gems. Yay.
Yay for you.
Yay for me. Hey, we're going to talk about not just our geocaching adventures. We're going to talk about your geocaching adventures, good listeners. I got to say, we have amazing listeners, Chris. Do you know that? Do you know that our listeners are awesome?
Oh, only too well.
So you and I had been talking about, oh yeah, we should probably do this theme for the show. And I totally forgot to go out on the internet until this morning. I went on the internet and said, hey guys, this is what we're going to talk about tonight. Who's got some feedback? And the feedback's been amazing. We've got more than enough to talk about tonight. We're going to get to everybody's feedback that they shared through the day on the internets, on Facebook and Twitter. And a reminder that if you follow at Caching NW or at LandMonkeyGC or at Wits End, you'll always know what's going on in the weekly podcast.
Well, always might be a strong word, but
You'll
you'll
often know. It was an awkward silence, so I figured, oh, maybe I overspoke. Maybe I misspoke again. All right. Well, you know what? Like I said, tonight we're going to talk about sharing geocaching plans, memories, and goals for this summer. And as we've said, we want to hear from you. And you guys are awesome. You've already given us all that feedback. So while I have your attention, I want to thank you. That's what I was fishing for. Excellent. I want to remind everybody that we appreciate the support of all of our patrons who help to keep this podcast coming each and every week. And a particular thanks to Landsharks, our corporate Denali level sponsor. Folks, if you want to know more about supporting the show, click that Patreon link on the cachingnw.com website.
Oh, it sounded French almost.
It's very classy.
Yeah. We like to class up the podcast a bit every now and again by throwing in some pseudo-French words.
Yes. And then when we really want to class it up, we invite Jim.
That's right. But you know what? We like to class things up by making things glow. And we're not talking just in the radioactive form, but the glow is the geocaching log of the week. Whether you read it or whether you wrote it, we want to hear about it because great logs simply make geocaching better. Send an email, a field recording, anything you like, really, to feedback@cachingnw.com. You can always call into 253-693-TFTC or use the voicemail tool right there on the website. Did you see I gave you 4 different ways to contact us? 4 different ways.
Have we confused you?
And show us how you glow. Now, tonight's glow, well, we have a recording sent in. I know. Are you ready for
Audio
this?
glow. Those are the best.
That's right, because it's not in our voices reading somebody else's words, so it sounds better.
Is it for this one? I don't know.
Well, this one,
blurring the lines.
You're right. You're right. I was trying to push it a little bit. You know what? I'm just going to play it and let our awesome listeners figure out who this is.
Hey, Caching in the Northwest listeners, Wits End here. It's Thursday night, so I really should be there, but have to travel for work this week. Miss you all. Hope to see you soon. I was able on my travels to log the geocache Mingo. That's GC30 for those of you keeping track at home. Mark that down on your scorecards. Mingo GC30 is the oldest active geocache in the world, I'm told. It was the first geocache hidden in the state of Kansas and the 7th geocache ever created. It's a great significant milestone. It was fun for me to grab. It's find number 1431 for me off exit 62, 1,205 miles from my house. Hey, Limax, can you use those numbers in some sequence somehow? Let me know. Take care, everyone. Talk to you soon.
Oh, and of course I say, yes, he can. He can use that somehow. Well, we miss Wits End. He is traveling tonight, but we thank you for sending in that audio. You know what? You could do that. You could send in a recording you've made right there on your cell phone. You know, it could be in your car. It could be on the way back from a great geocache. It could be on your sofa because you forgot to do it either one of those times. Send that in to us, feedback@cachingnw.com. Now, we've got some feedback right here in the chat from Starcacher. You know, I mentioned about your life-size Signal the Frog tattoo, and he says he just got his picture taken with Signal the Frog at Midwest Geobash.
Very cool. And Startcatcher popped another one in there. Grab that one. Put that up on the screen. I like this next one. Super cool.
Is this the FATAS?
Yes. It's a
Okay.
FATAS, but I think it's worthy of being mentioned right now. So there we go. Startcatcher is watching the show from his tent on. I think he means his tent on his laptop at the Midwest Geobash using the Fulton County Fairgrounds Wi-Fi. That is awesome. So Startcatcher, thank you for watching us live from Midwest Geobash. We hope you're having a great Midwest Geobash, and we'd love to hear a glow from you in your own voice.
There
Um,
you
why don't you call one in? We'd love to hear that.
Well, and you know what? He used the hashtag FATAS.
He
You know
did.
what? You use the hashtag FATAS, you can bring up a topic we'll talk about in the after show. But if you use the hashtag caching, that's CACHING, you can add a topic to tonight's show and we'll talk about that. What do you
Excellent.
think?
Excellent. Yeah.
Excellent.
That's what we're gonna do, man. That's how it's gonna roll tonight. And we've got our chat lackey in there helping us out to make sure we catch those. So it'll work
So
out.
here's one bit of news I found out this week.
Mm.
Did you know you had to go and authorize the friends feature for friends to be able to see your logs, I believe, to really do anything with you on the geocaching.com API platform, whether that's the geocaching.com app or any of the others, Cachly, CGO. So you have to go to geocaching.com/account/settings/authorizations. You know what? Let me just copy that into the chat.
Okay, so yes, you need to do that for any third-party app, but you're saying you have to do that for the friends function as well, like within the website?
Or friends, I think, to be able to search based on your finds and other things.
So that
So
means you could also turn it off if you wanted to.
exactly. So it works both ways. I mean, you have to give them permission and they have to give everybody else permission in order for this to work. If one of them says no, it's like turning your keys on a submarine. You know, you both have to turn that key.
Oh, those kind of keys. Gotcha. Like to start the submarine? I'm not
Well,
something I'm familiar with.
yeah. You know,
Apparently, you
actually,
guys in Tacoma do a lot more cooler stuff than I do. I don't know.
sir, I'm asking you to turn your key. You've been in an airplane and there's been big delays and you wonder what's going on. Yeah.
It's because people haven't authorized the friends function on geocaching.
Well, I was thinking that, or the pilot actually forgot the keys back in his apartment.
Or that.
This is your pilot. This is really embarrassing. I forgot the keys. I'm gonna have to run back to my apartment. We'll just taxi here on the runway until then.
Hold on. How are they going to taxi on the runway if he forgot his keys?
The little carts will push them.
Oh,
I don't
the
know.
taxi. They'll take a taxi from the runway. Got it. Okay. All right. What are we talking about tonight?
I don't know.
Oh, sigh. Okay, so
So,
that was our news. Is reminder to authorize the Friends API partners
mhm,
connection.
mhm.
Very cool. And yeah, and as you were saying, any third
Yes,
party
I'm
Uber.
using
That's how he's going to get back and forth.
Uber.
Um, that's any third party geocaching app, including apps on your phones, including, as you were saying, CGO. Well, no, sorry, not CGO. What am I thinking? I'm thinking um, Project GC. That's what I was trying to think of. Sorry.
There you go. Yes.
Project GC and all that kind of stuff. You do need to go in and authorize and often reauthorize because I think it times out after a while.
Well, that's a different thing though. That like for me with Cachly, they just had a Cachly update, so I started the app. It says, "Hey, hold on, you got to go authorize this against geocaching.com," and that's just a login and a button to click. This is a check mark box on. There's 2 check boxes there for some sort of authorizations, and I only did one and not the other, and I can't tell you what it is right now. I'd like to, but I can't.
Okay. Are there any German boxes or there's only check boxes?
Only Czech. Well, I mean, they're really into geocaching there in the Czech
Well, that's why I
Republic.
was wondering if there's German boxes as well. They're really into geocaching.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
And definitely no French boxes, but we're going a different way here. We have some feedback. I'm just moving right on. We have some feedback from Greek Words, who posted, I believe, in Twitter, said hit cache 2000 on July 13th in Ontario, heading to Halifax in August for a week in Nova Scotia, NB,
New Brunswick,
and PEI. That's Prince Edward Island.
Nicely done.
Yeah. Hashtag geocaching with Wet Coaster.
Nice.
So,
that's very cool. So yeah, this is some of this some of the feedback we were saying we were getting. So yeah, we're going to dive right into it. We also heard from Kelly on, this was a Facebook reply, who said the goals for this summer are Ape Cache headquarters, one of the oldies in Oregon or Washington, the original stash, as well as continuing to fill in the mystery of the day, having 120 days left in the calendar. She said, very excited about the trip from the Northwest to the Northeast, or to the Northwest from the Northeast, and leaving 2 weeks from this Saturday. So awesome.
wow, cool. Now, I have to ask, continue filling in my mystery of the day. Have 120 days left, so that's not the mystery at the museum.
No,
That
I think Kelly's talking about filling in the calendar with mystery caches.
Wow, that's impressive.
That's a lot of work.
I think you mentioned, Land Monkey, how you're doing in your mystery at the museum.
Yeah. So
Promotion challenge
promotion.
thing.
Rock Chalk
Promotion.
told us it's promotion.
Okay.
Yeah, we're done. We very intentionally early on, like in the first week and a half it was out, very intentionally went after trying to pick off a number of caches in sequence that filled the bill to get us through the first set of clues and what have you, and gems. We were fortunate that there was actually a large number of caches in a community not far from here that had been deployed within the last year that we just hadn't gone after yet. So we were able to build a route to do them in sequence, which was a little bit of back and forth, but we were pretty lucky. It wasn't too much. So we got that done. And then we were down to just you need the 35 gems, and we needed those when we did our last hashtag geocache road trip. And in picking up, what did we pick up? Almost 300 caches over the weekend. We were pretty good on the 35. So
yeah, wow. Yeah, that should do it. Yeah, the last 35 are any caches. They're not in any order.
they don't need to be in a sequence. So yeah,
Yep.
it was kind of, you know what? I shouldn't say a lot of people. Some people were complaining about it, like it's difficult, and I've cashed out my area, and absolutely, that can always be a challenge, which is one of the reasons I don't cash out my area, because I know every summer I'm going to have to find a bunch of close caches.
Yeah, exactly.
But I kind of liked this one. I kind of enjoyed that I had to figure out what are they trying to get me to do. And then once I got to the point of like, okay, I get this, then I was like, oh, all right. So now I'm gonna have to build a little bit of a strategy and figure out how to get through these the most efficient way possible, which to me was fun. I don't know.
Nice. Hey, in our chat, and I think Land Monkey, you've already mentioned it, we've got the best chat audience
I
of
really
any
do.
podcast out there. Seabeck Tribe says they are shooting for the original stash to be their 3,000th. I'm currently sitting at 2,900.
Oh, awesome. That is such a cool goal.
And Brylang replied, that the original stash was his 3,000th find as well. Such a coincidence? I think not.
Yeah, there you go. Very cool.
Stark Casher has also closed the case at the Mystery at the Museum. Yeah, as he says, from a tent.
Very good. Very good.
Subway Mark is welcoming me to Oregon. It's a bit hot today. Yes, you may notice I'm not in my normal studio.
Well,
I don't know.
I did notice things weren't quite normal there.
It's got a little white back here. I am in Oregon, and I think the car said 97 Fahrenheit on the way down. So, yeah.
I don't know exactly how hot that is in the rest of the world temperatures, but it seems hot.
It's like 8,000 Celsius.
So
Melt
close to 1,000,000 Kelvin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Dora Moore says she finished off the Mystery at the Museum in Abbotsford yesterday.
Very good. Congratulations. Good job. Good job.
Good job. Seaback Tribe has also completed Mystery at the Museum while wrapping up the Star and Fun Coin challenges in Spokane 2 weeks ago.
Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, I haven't gotten out to Spokane in a couple of years, so I'm missing out on literally the fun. Hopefully we can get to it this fall.
GSM times 2 says the GCHQ trifecta coin is a great coin. It can be used as a paperweight or a weapon if you encounter Bigfoot.
There you go. Yes, it can. That would work well. And I'm sure you could use it to stop a car if you needed to.
Brylang and Chris Brew, MC3 Cats, both said it's 36 degrees Celsius.
Okay, so that's hot, but it's not like 40 Celsius.
No, exactly. It's not even 37 Celsius.
No. There you go. All right. So what else do we got going on here? We had some more feedback from Wendy on Facebook. She said she's planning she had an epic #geocache road trip, and then asked, did I do that right? And you did. Well done. Good job. So Wendy had an epic geocache road trip with 17 of her bestest geo buddies. They went to Potter's Pond, drove nearly 3,000 miles or 5,000 kilometers. Thank you for the conversion of smiles. They found caches placed every month between May 2000 and January 2001, allowing most of the group to complete the Jasper Challenge. So,
holy cow. Okay.
Fun.
How do you travel with 17 of your bestest geo buddies?
That's either a convoy or a bus.
Yeah, that I want to know more about.
Well, there you go. Well, I know Wendy does watch the pod, so hopefully she'll let us know. Well, we'd love to hear more about it.
Just to continue one more in the chat, GSM times 2 says he completed Mystery at the Museum last week. Bellagio.
Okay, hold on a second. Is that intentional? So now I want to know, GSM times 2, is it actually pronounced Bellagio? Because that's hilarious.
It is, yes. They took 2 vans. And how IHAM knows that, I'm not sure. Oh, right. And Dora Moore knows that too. They went in 2 vans. And there you go. Yes, it is.
She is that classy. That's awesome. Bellagio. I love it. All right.
Okay. So Dora Moore,
yes,
who knows how geocachers travel. Apparently all geocachers, we're not just, which may sound a little creepy, but she also said heading to the geocaching capital of Canada. Oh, that just didn't come out right. Geocaching capital of Canada. Land Monkey, you know where that is?
Well, Wilberforce, Ontario. I've heard of it. Have not been there yet.
What? Wow. I don't know what to say.
Well, I also want to point out that it is the self-proclaimed geocaching capital of Canada. So
okay,
I've been to many, many places with awesome geocaches in Canada. So we'll just leave it there.
So Dora Moore is going there to complete their Geo tour and do the Howler Wolf Geo art. That's 250 caches. And if I time it right, I get cache number 5555 while there.
Very cool. That seems like a significant number.
Why? Also, we get Sim Rebel, who says hoping to make a bigger dent in the geocache capital of Canada, Geo Tour, 35 done, 115 to go. Also sitting at 4717, hoping to make 5,000.
Awesome. Yep, and we had Rich again on Facebook said that his Jasmer's down to 3 remaining this summer. So
Wow.
that'd be very cool. I think
He's probably gotten in a couple of vans and
yeah,
went
I
to
know, right? He missed out. Just didn't get in touch with the right people at the right time.
We have the Geo Travelers
Mm-hmm.
wants to complete the Amazing Places Geo Tour and the Mystery at the Museum. Now, who doesn't want to complete an Amazing Place Geo Tour? I think all Geo Tours are somewhat amazing.
They are all individually amazing on their own merits, but the Amazing Places Geo Tours on Vancouver Island, it's in and around the Parksville area. It's in the Mount Aerosmith Biodome and or Biosphere. Sorry, not Biodome. That's a whole different scenario. It's in the Mount Aerosmith Biosphere.
Is it the Aerosmith Thunderdome?
Yes, that's where it is. It's in
Okay.
the Thunderdome. Anyways, so
There's
that's in the greater Parksville area, almost mid-island on Vancouver Island, and has some fantastic, beautiful locations, amazing places that it takes you for the geocaches. So that's a really good
You
geo
know this, but you don't know anything about the self-proclaimed geocaching capital of Canada. Huh. Anyway, we'll move on. I just had to do that.
You're just trying to get me in trouble with people from Eastern Canada. That's fine.
You better believe it. It's actually kind of easy.
It's easy to get me in trouble with anybody. I'm just going to put it that way.
Share another one that MC3 Cat says the WSGA the WSGA Puget Sound annual picnic. I don't know why that's difficult, but I got it out. Is this Sunday in Maple Valley.
There's a geo tour there too.
Oh, there's geo tours everywhere.
There's more and more, that's for sure. They've been definitely getting them promoted out there.
GSM times 2 is planning on completing his Jasmer by getting 3 in Michigan in a couple of weeks. Now, if I'm not mistaken, there's a road trip involved there.
I would think from California to Michigan sounds like a road trip. But there's 3 caches in Michigan that'll complete your Jasmer. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm curious. So GSM times 2, let us know what 3 months are you filling in with those? Because I'm kind of curious how Michigan is going to help with that.
And then talk to Rockjock because you could probably stop in Kansas and fill the entire Jasmer again since he's got it. What?
No, that's the fizzy. That's the fizzy.
Oh, sorry, the fizzy.
Yeah.
I think you can only do the Jasmer twice, right?
Yeah, that's right.
I think that's all.
I was going to say we had some more feedback from Facebook. Another Chris, this is Magic Man, geocacher from up here in
Great
Canada.
name. You must be a fantastic person.
Yeah. He said he's off to the States for 2 different trips in the next 2 weeks, Legoland in Carlsbad, California, and Las Vegas, Nevada. And he plans on getting as many virtuals as he can while he's there. It sounds like a great idea. Sounds like a lot of fun.
Just in case you want to know, the Jasmer can be completed 4 times.
Right. But now at that point, you're talking global travel. That's not just like in the continental US. I think in the continental US, you cannot do it 4 times. I think you can only do it once, maybe twice.
Okay. Now, last week, Land Monkey, you don't know this. Last week we had Keats 94 on. That part you probably knew.
Yeah.
We did a great show. We had great listener feedback on proper footwear for, your different geocaching adventures you're going to go on. Go back and listen to that. That's really worth it. But I asked Keats about doing some of the caches or some of the finds there on the Great Trail. I guess you call them geocaches, but they're not official geocaches.
They don't count in your stats, but they're still fun to find.
Exactly. Just Joey 3 says, I found 35 to 40 caches on the Great Trail this morning. Love that trail.
Very cool. And I'm suspecting she didn't mean exclusively the Great Trail
Yeah.
treasure hunt caches, but actual geocaching.com geocaches that are on the Great Trail. The Great Trail is it is a great trail. It goes all across Canada. So
It goes from coast to coast to coast.
it does. It is a massive trail system, but very
And
awesome.
and across that trail of 18 million kilometers, there are 200 of the Great Trail treasure boxes. I think that's what they're calling them this
Plus
year.
thousands of geocaching.com caches.
Oh, if not hundreds of thousands.
Yeah. But I mean, that's pretty impressive. 35 to 40 caches in one morning along the Great Trail is some pretty impressive geocaching. So good job there, Just Joey. And shout out to Just Joey, who I know has just recently started listening to the podcast and is a friend of Mrs. Monkey and mine. Hey, Joey. Here you go.
Bryling's showing his inflexibility. I can say that. He's saying the Great Trail, formerly known as the Trans-Canada Trail, which in my opinion is the only correct name for it.
It's more specific.
Yeah.
All right.
Go
for it. What's up?
Limax says, I'm here. What did I miss? Limax, you have to go back and listen to the numbers that Wits End put into his glow and do something with them.
Yeah. Not only that, Limax, you also missed where we explained the whole mathematical formula behind why you're seeing a split screen tonight. So sorry, buddy.
Oh, Segahove has to leave.
Oh.
Have to walk off and attend a morning meeting at work. So that's okay.
Well, thanks for joining us in your morning, and hope you have an amazing work day ahead of you. And thank you for watching.
Okay. Go back to Just Joey.
Yes.
Because she has a bit more.
Of course.
Working on the museum challenge, finishing up a local geo art, but most excited Jart. It's not Jart now. Yeah, Jart. But most excited about doing the Howler Geo Art series in the GCC.
Geocaching Capital of Canada.
See, you knew that. With a group of cachers from BC. I wonder who that group of cachers could be. You could come up with them in September, experience the ultimate in gadget caches in the geocache capital of Canada, and then do a whole podcast or 6 of this amazing area. That's it. Decision made. See you and Mrs. Land Monkey in September.
Yeah, I know there's a handful of our local friends who are geocachers here who are heading out and joining up with Joey and possibly some other folks from out there, but definitely with Joey and doing some of the, as Dora Moore said, the Howler Geo Art and the Geocaching Capital Canada caches, which is great. And I hope they have an amazing time. We will not be joining you on this particular trip, but I hope they all have a lot of fun. What else do we have? Moving right along. Oh, what do we got here?
Says next August, Abbotsford will be the geocaching capital of Canada.
MC3 Cats. There you go. I didn't even have to say anything. Thank you
with that.
I will gladly accept that comment. All right. We had Desmonda had replied, and I think this was on Facebook. Oh yeah, sorry. This is Southern Grits. We know Southern Grits. I've met her in person. Southern Grits is cool. Southern Grits said, now that GeoWoodstock is past, it's pretty laid back, talking about her caching for this summer. Said, I completed the mystery at the museum in basically one day and plan to check off at least one new state and another Jasmer Square, maybe 2, before it's all said and done. So that sounds like some
Nice.
pretty good caching plans for the summer. So congrats on your um, speedy achievement, Southern Grits, and hope you're able to accomplish all the other things you have laid out for yourself for the rest of the year.
Very nice. Now, Land Monkey, you
Yes, sir.
challenged GSM times two to know which caches he had yet to do.
Hmm.
So
It
here you
wasn't really
go.
a challenge. I was asking.
Well, I know but he has a very detailed list.
Excellent.
He needs July 2000, August 2000, and June 2001. So he's going to go do GC 36, GC 35, and GC BC 3.
Very cool.
BC 3, that should be in British Columbia, shouldn't it?
One would think, yeah, or at least a third of it in British Columbia. Very cool. Um, I'll jump in on this next one we had here. This was also from Facebook, Cache Canada. So my good friends at Cache Canada, and hey, if you haven't checked out their YouTube channel over at Cache Canada, you should do that as well. In fact, there's a few of our listeners who have YouTube channels you should check out, including GSM times two as well. Anyways, Cache Canada said, "Wow, when are we not having adventures?" And that's true. Those guys get out and do a lot of geocaching. Grand Manan Island was beautiful. I think that's a provincial park in, I want to say Ontario, but I'm not sure. Was that me?
That was a silly update on my computer.
Oh,
But
thanks,
I,
Microsoft. We're
um,
only doing a podcast here.
and next time, if you get the answer wrong, it'll be a buzzer. But go
Ah,
ahead.
okay. So maybe Ontario. All right, Grand Manan Island, and they do have, I think, a video coming out on Saturday from that. So check out their channel for that. They went from one end of Prince Edward Island to the other. They got the oldest cache in Prince Edward Island and New Brunswick. Got two Great White North Geo Tour caches. I'll explain what that is a little bit later. And they went to Rochester, New York, and now they're off to Midwest Geo Bash in Ohio. So hey, if they're going to Midwest Geo Bash, they should see if they can find Start Cacher. There you go.
Oh,
You
there
guys
you
can
go.
connect and have fun.
He's in a tent near Wi-Fi.
He's
You can see him.
Look for the tent with the glowing from the laptop and with my voice coming out of it. There you go. Not creepy at all.
No, not at all.
Awesome.
Oh, that's funny and wrong.
What's this? Oh, Start Cacher sent. Oh, awesome. Start Cacher sent a picture. Let me see if I can share this. You know what? I'm going to try this out. I haven't tried this yet. I'm going to do a screen share. Screen share, screen share. Do 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 do. It's trying. I don't see it. I don't see it sharing. Oh, there it is. There it is. See it? There he is.
Yep.
There's
Look at
Start
that.
Cacher and Signal. Awesome. Very cool. Thank you for sharing your picture, Start Cacher. That's awesome. Hope you had a really cool time. So did you have to do something to make that happen?
Yes, I did.
See, we're learning how this new interface tool thing works. StreamYard.
Yeah, it's not as much fun as Hangouts on Air, and we were trying to use another, but couldn't get the audio to work. So we're not 100% committed here, but we might look at other things. So
Absolutely.
uh, GSM times two says also going caching. Oh, I had that there. Going caching by landing in New Orleans, getting to Louisiana, Mississippi, Florida, and Georgia, which will let me complete all the states below the Mason-Dixon line.
Wow. That's amazing. Very cool. That's one filled in map. That's what that's going to be.
Exactly. Now, Land Monkey, do you want me to explain to you what the Mason-Dixon line is?
I have heard of it. I don't understand the historical importance of why it's called that.
It's the
Does it anything to do with glass jars?
no, actually, that would be Mason-Dixon Cup line.
Ah,
But
okay.
the
Mason Dixie Cup line. Got it.
no, the Civil War. It was the
Okay.
Mason-Dixon line where the North separated the North from the South.
Oh, so that was like the actual border of.
Right. It was, an arbitrary border. Let's see. Land sharks say they are one cache away from completing our Jasmer grid. We had hopes to complete it on our way home from the Tri Cities, but decided to bail because of a recently sprained ankle. I can tell you that a recently sprained ankle is no fun.
No kidding. That's too bad. But
Hmm.
very cool. Congratulations on being that close to completing your Jasmine, you guys. Hope that you're able to get to it this summer.
Dora Moore says Signal never blinks when he gets his picture taken. I don't know how he does it.
It's mad skills. Mad skills.
Oh, I recently twisted my ankle. It's been over 10 weeks now, and I don't feel any ill effects. But yeah, that really can curtail one's caching
It
abilities.
can. And I similarly sprained my knee earlier this summer, actually at the time of the Tri Cities. And
I said,
it's
yeah.
curtailed a lot of my hiking, unfortunately.
Well, Land Sharks only has July 2000 left.
Very cool.
Or maybe they want to find 2,000 caches in July. I'm not exactly sure.
It's doable.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's see.
What else have we got, though?
Apparently, I'm fuzzy.
Yeah.
I just haven't shaved lately.
Yeah, there you go. Well,
No, I'm not at my normal house within my normal bandwidth.
yeah, for sure. I mean,
Yeah, there you go. I am, says the Mason Jar Dixie Cup line.
we're here to provide quality information, folks. That's what we do.
Oh, really? I don't know if I knew that. The Mason Dixon line is named for the two surveyors who lined it out.
Ah, excellent. There you
Well, apparently there's something. Listening to caching in the Northwest could cause ankle problems. Subway Mark says my wife just broke her foot, and there's an issue with her ankle surgery from 19 years ago.
go. That's terrible news. Sorry to hear that. That's no good. Chris Brew has the details here. Jeremiah Dixon and Charles Mason. Boy, add one more letter to that Charles's name, and that's a whole different scenario.
Charles Manson, not Charles Manson.
Yeah. The Manson Dixon line. Yeah. That's a totally different line.
Cool
Do not
fact.
cross that line. All right. And do not drink the Gatorade.
Just in case you wanted to know, the Land Sharks' marriage is way more solid than their wonky ankle.
Excellent. Good news. Glad to hear it. All right.
I'm getting some feedback. Are you guys hearing everything okay?
Sounds okay on my side. It was a little chirpy a moment ago, but not too bad. But yeah, I mean, given the fact that you're working off of low bandwidth, we're trying out an entirely new streaming system tonight. I think we're doing okay. I'd actually be very curious, other than Chris's bandwidth, if there's feedback from our viewers or live viewers, or anybody who's watching this recorded later on YouTube. If you have any feedback about the new format, we'd really be interested in hearing it. What's working for you, what isn't. Personally, I really love that Chris can bring up individual chat lines or comments from the chat on the screen. I find that kind of cool, but I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Yeah, so we're curious to hear how it goes, how people enjoy it. Oh, we're already getting some feedback. Thank you, GSM times 2. And
so apparently the sound is good. We hear that from multiple people.
okay,
it was a bit of a chirp or a buzz. Everything's clear. Sounds good.
excellent.
Wait, that was the
More facts about the Mason Dixon. Okay,
that one jumped on me. I like the platform. I'm liking the new format. I like the split screen. Here, we'll go back to that.
Okay.
Chat comments are interesting. How will it work with 3 or more? Well, we can do that.
We're not sure. We're going to find out.
Sound has been pretty good, but it jumps on me there. My video is fuzzy.
Yes. Well, like I said, that's specifically related to bandwidth on Chris's end tonight. Very cool. Yes, we will. Yeah, good point. IHAM said we'll have to tweak the lower third framing. And it's Oregon fuzz. So what's on the peaches down there? Anyways, yeah, we'll have to tweak a few things here as we get used to how the new system works. If we stick with this system, so
Right.
we'll have to figure it out. We'll get there.
Yeah. So we'll have to see what's going on.
Yep. Well, actually, maybe it's a good opportunity. I can give a little fill in if people are wondering why we're trying something new. And I think a few of the other podcasts have also gone
Mhm.
away from using Hangouts on Air, and that's because Hangouts on Air is being retired with
We don't have a choice.
without a lot of consensus or feedback from the primary users. So um, we're out looking for other options. So Chris has found a couple, and we're trying a different one. First thing tonight, as Chris said earlier, we had some audio issues with that, so that's what you missed, Limex. And then we
Yeah, we didn't actually.
well, you didn't
We
miss that, but you missed us talking about that off the start of the show.
Oh,
And
there you
then we tried out StreamYard here, which is nicely branding itself on my screen because we haven't decided to pay for premium yet until we figure out what
Yeah.
works. So that's why there's a duck on the screen.
Well, I am in Oregon.
Well, oh, maybe that's why there's a duck on the screen because you're in Oregon. All right. Oh, hey, I was going to explain what the Great White North Geo Tour caches are. So
Okay, go ahead, Poser.
the Great White North, obviously, well, I shouldn't say obviously, maybe people don't know. The Great White North refers to Canada. And across all 10 provinces, in the capital city of each province, there is a cache that's generally a multi or a mystery. And so you have to visit every capital city in Canada, in the provinces, not the territories, every capital city of a monkey in a duck. Yep. Walk into a bar. And when you visit, or once you get all 10 of the provincial capital caches, there's a hint in each one that then give you the coordinates to the final cache, which is in the capital city of Canada in Ottawa. So it's quite the achievement to have finished the Great White North Geo Tour.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. All right. Seabeck Tribe thought I was being just ducky tonight. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink. All right.
Because the we're quacking up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we were quacked before that.
Well, we quack ourselves up all the time.
That's right. Hey guys, thank you so much. Incredible feedback tonight, not only in the social media channels, but right here in the chat. You guys are fantastic.
It's been a
But
fun show. And I mean, we didn't even have to fill in talking about our own caching that much, really.
yeah, I didn't, did I tell you I got 3,000 this
Congratulations.
Tri-Cities?
Did you call your milestone in?
I just did. And
Shame on you. Shame on you.
what else did I do? There was something else. I'm sure it was impressive and important, but I can't think of it at the moment.
Chris, you are impressive and important.
Oh, 3,000 in a month? No. Oh, a Geo Tour. I finished up the Bigfoot Geo Tour. It only took me 3 years to do 10 caches.
That's a neat Geo Tour, though. I enjoyed that one.
It is. When I
There's
did
no
it the
pony
first
for it
time.
anymore, but you still get the souvenir.
Yeah, no, when I did it the first time, there was one missing and one was flooded out.
Which one was flooded out? I'm curious.
The Fisher foot.
Okay. Wow, that water must have been really high to
Oh,
flood that
I
out.
mean, yeah, it was halfway up the carving there, and I went and looked. I walked up to it, and I was like, "Wow, I couldn't even get close to this. How deep was this water?"
Yeah, because
So,
when we went in the fall, that water was like the actual riverbed itself is way down that bank. The statue's quite high up. That's crazy.
am I pacing myself? Yes, I am. Yes. It. What am I in? 14 years of geocaching, 15 years of geocaching. So yes, I'm pacing myself.
There you go. Oh, Landsharks was throwing some facts in about the Great White North Geotour. They said the original hides for that geotour were hidden in 2006, so it predates what are known as geotours now. And yeah, as you've got the comment up there, the final has only been found 10 times since 2006. So there you go. It is quite the achievement to be able to say you've got that final cache.
Mhm.
Very, very cool.
Is Dora Moore and both MC3 cats are saying, is it big foots or big feet? Big foots have big feet.
There you go. That clears things up. All right. Well,
It was a great little community there at North
Bend?
No,
No.
Bonneville.
North Bonneville. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Stopped and saw the dam, the Bonneville Dam. That was
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of a neat area.
So it was. Well, anyway, that's what I've done. No big deal. But we want to thank you listeners for tuning in, and we hope you enjoyed this episode of Caching in the Northwest. We want to take a moment to thank Landsharks, our corporate Denali level sponsor. Landsharks.ca is the outdoor adventure and geocaching store. Check them out online or go in person and visit their store in lovely Victoria, BC. They're open 6 days a week, except holidays, and they ship online orders daily.
Keep getting attacked by a shark.
Also, we want to thank our faithful Denali Levels supporters. That's Landsharks, JP Geo Designs, Limax, Team Squirrel, and WorldCaching.com. If you want to know more about supporting the show, click that Patreon link on the CachingNW.com website.
Absolutely. And before we read the names of all of our patrons, which we do at the end of every episode, I just want to say, Chris, that I do enjoy giving you a hard time when you mispronounce things, but I do also need to point out that Chris does 2 podcasts on a Thursday night, and this is the second of the 2. So I should probably cut you more slack than I do.
You can cut me slack when you go to Wilberforce.
All right. Okay, so you're gonna get after me about that, and I'll get after you about the mispronunciations until
it's not going to change. It's who I am.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Same here.
Yeah, you're not going to go to Wilberforce, are you?
I'm just going to make a point of not going now. No, actually, that's a place that is on our bucket list. We do want to get out there and experience that geotour. It looks like a lot of fun, and it's even got a mascot, Tupper T Turtle. So
Ooh, Tupper T.
It's a good geotour when they got their own mascot. So.
I love Tupper T Turtle. I don't know if I've met him, but
I think you did at GeoWoodstock, Cincinnati.
Yes,
because they were like just a table or 2 over from us when we were at the podcasters table there.
I think I have a picture with Tupper T.
Awesome, man. All right. So, shall we read some names?
Let's do this.
All right. Well, we're going to start off with Broncos fan for life.
Sprouter.
Camp Clan.
Tick Magnet.
Kev MacD.
Subway Mark.
Doramore.
Dune Buddy.
Kid Vegas 19.
GeoNav Pros.
Wino Seattle.
Ackerdoc.
Billy Robson.
Genies.
Andeus.
Keats 94.
Trexer 0.
MC3 Cats.
Kennel Barb.
M Nerve.
I feel like we're kind of doing a thing now. All right.
Yeah.
White Coaster and Green Words.
Segehove.
Alarobic.
Keepers of the Cash Flow.
Ooh, Highland Guy.
The Geo Travelers.
Boomer 365.
GSM ×2.
Kitty Quest.
And T-Sayer.
And I have to say, before the show, I was going through the notes, and T-Sayer, every time I see it, I want to say T Sawyer, and I think of a Rush song. So just so you know, I love your name because it reminds me of Rush.
Well, T-Sayer, actually, you have send me in your official geocaching name. I think that's it, but I haven't been able to verify that. I
All
want to make
right.
sure I get it right. I want to
Yeah.
give proper credit where proper credit is due.
Fair enough.
And MC3 Cats likes Rush.
Who doesn't? Well, wait, maybe I shouldn't have said that because I don't want to know if you don't like Rush, because that's going to change my opinion of you.
Oh, we have to do that faster next time. With Lanch.
All right. Well, speaking of faster, until next week, where can our listeners find you on the interwebs?
Well, on Twitter, I'm Caching NW, Facebook.com/Caching NW. On Instagram, I'm Caching in the Northwest.
Ta-da!
Is that fast enough?
That was pretty good. And hey, maybe people could just head on over to cachingNW.com/hosts and read our bios and find all the links we mentioned and all the secret ones that we're trying to hide from you.
Ooh, you listen to what I say, don't you? Where do people find you on the internet, Mr. Monkey?
Landmonkey.ca is our website. And we also have a Patreon site, which is patreon.com/landmonkey. And that's where, if you're a patron, you'll actually have access to our newest video starting today, which is cool. But also follow us Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at LandMonkeyGC. And last but not least, on the YouTubes, as I mentioned, we finally are dropping a new video. So if you're not a patron, you'll be able to see that new video as of the end of day this coming Sunday. And that's LANMONKEY, Land Monkey on YouTube. All right. But mostly, we want to thank you for taking the time to listen to this episode of Caching in the Northwest. Remember, you can be a part of the show by calling 253-693-TFTC. Leave us a comment, ask a question, take us on a geocache road trip this summer, any time of the day or night. And of course, you can email us at feedback@cachingnw.com. And also, your support helps to keep this quality show and all of its kin coming. If you liked the show, please click the Patreon link on the cachingNW.com website and subscribe on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, and more. Give us a thumbs up or a review. This show is produced by Chris Infinor, Jim Palwitz, and Jay Kennedy. The show is licensed under Creative Commons Attribution 3.0, copyright 2019 by Chris Infinor. And now, stay tuned for...
The after show.
Oh, you didn't have it queued up?
I just realized right now I didn't have it queued up.
I figured if I jumped in and read the closing credits, that would give you time to queue it up.
Show. Did it change at all?
Close enough. That'll
Okay.
work. All right. We're in the after show. Hashtag FATAS. That
Yes, and
reminds me.
it's almost 10 o'clock.
It is
Yes,
almost.
go.
It reminds me of something I keep telling people to do, and I'm going to go check right now because I keep telling folks, hey, you know what? If you're going to listen to the show, so maybe you're not listening live, but maybe you're listening to the show recorded. Use hashtag FATAS and give us your feedback, and we'll go searching through Twitter. I'm searching through Twitter right now, and no, don't see anything recent.
While you're searching through Twitter, Starcacher is telling me the Midwest GeoBash is going to have 50 adventure labs. Yes, 50 lab caches this weekend.
50. That's amazing. That's a lot of adventure labs. That sounds like fun. Cool. So yeah, I went searching there just to find out. But a reminder that if you're not listening live and you still want to contribute to a future after show, use hashtag FATAS on Twitter or on Facebook or heck, even on Instagram, and make sure you tag one of us hosts, and we'll read your FATAS in a future episode.
That's right. FATAS, and it could be anything. It doesn't have to be geocaching related. Landshark says, I've been clearing out our Twitter account this evening. I realized we were following a whole ton of accounts that weren't active, including a burlesque dancer. Definitely FATAS.
Is that just a way of making sure you don't get in trouble by being clear? Oh yeah, there was this accidentally following this burlesque dancer. Don't know how that happened, but I deleted it, so we're good.
Well, and not too long ago, Twitter really cracked down on all the fake accounts.
Yeah, that's right. I remember it was about a year ago, eh?
Seemed that way, yeah. And so, there could be a whole lot of fake accounts or, accounts that are no longer active.
Absolutely.
Oh, let's see. Keats has a FATAS. He says, off to Vancouver Island to be reunited with my GPSR. What's
Uh-oh,
an
that sounds like a misadventure happened.
I lost it in Westwood Lake, and a friendly geocacher found it and kept it safe. Geocachers are incredible people.
That is an incredible story. So congratulations, Keats, on getting your GPSR back. That is not something that happens every time somebody loses one of those. So that's cool. And congrats to whoever that cacher is who was a good enough person to do that. That's awesome.
Um, Seebeck tribe says, I had to run to Oregon because I told the Seebeck tribe your real name, at least your first name, Land Monkey.
That's not a huge secret anymore.
Not really. Not when we mention it every day or every week in the end credits
In
there.
the end credits, yeah. It's funny, on that though, because when I first started podcasting, I was really, really particular about that and wanted to not divulge that information. And I've kind of gotten to a point where it's like, that's all right.
That is so awesome that he gets his GPSR back. Hey,
Yeah.
Brylan had a birthday. You know what he got for his birthday?
What did he get for his birthday?
He got a real kayak.
Oh, is he a real boy now?
I don't know. Is the kayak made of wood?
Congratulations, Bryling. That's awesome. That is a very cool gift. That is.
So what was the not real kayak?
I'm assuming it's his inflatable kayak he used to have. And there's
There's a magic
nothing not real about an inflatable kayak. I just want to point out.
I lost a GPSR at the Doctor Who cache in Portland and got it back.
Very cool. Doctor Who cache in Portland. I'm just having memories of the three of us finding that cache.
Limax said my girlfriend found the Hallmark Channel. She and her mom are watching it across the street from me.
They will not be in the same house that this podcast is being played on. That's it. Wow, that's really drawing the line.
There will be no Hallmark Channel in this house.
There
It's not wooden. It's thermoform plastic.
you go. So does that still mean he's a real boy? Now I'm confused. Yeah.
I don't know. This doesn't help me anymore. One more. This comes from Starcasher. Also, took me 9 snag the tag attempts, but I was able to get a snag the tag for the Midwest Geo Bash earlier this afternoon. There were 30 people trying for about 45 minutes, and I finally found it.
Wow, that's well hidden then. And I think if I remember what I saw on social nets, the Midwest Geobash snag the tags were actually wooden coins.
Oh, I wouldn't know.
Ah, means that they're not real coins. They're not real boys. They're made of wood.
They fire wooden guns with wooden bullets.
Yes.
So if you get shot, it wouldn't hurt.
But thank
is
you
it time
for
to leave
quality
now?
entertainment. Yeah. Anyways, no, I think that was kind of cool that the snag the tags were wooden coins. That was pretty neat. I saw that on the social nets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We good?
You guys are fantastic. We sure appreciate you.
We do.
And until next week, get out and get caching in the Northwest.